Hello and welcome to VisionSwim. Today is day 21 of week 5. I'm Coach Francois, and today we're doing the IM. Starting off the warm-up recap, we have a 300 followed by two 200s and then three 100s. On that 300, we are doing a streamline build with 6 streamline kicks on the first 25, and then 7th and 8th and then 9 streamline kicks on the fourth 25. After streamline kicks, you have 6 strokes in the breakout. After your breakout, go ahead and swim easy the rest of that 25. Not too slow. I want you guys to just focus on your technique and your DPS. And then for the two 200s, these are negative split with 8 streamlines on the water off of every wall, followed by 6 strokes in your breakout. After the breakout on the first 100, go ahead and slow down the pace so you can focus on your technique and DPS again. But on that second 100, do not slow down after the breakout. Make sure you keep that speed for the rest of the 25. This will ensure that your second 100 is faster than the first. And then we have 3 100s, drill, kick, drill, a 25 catch-up freestyle, focusing on 12 strokes or less per 25 and making sure that we have 6 kicks underwater in your streamline. After that, there is a 50 sprint kick, hard kick, thunder kick, just work the legs. It's not a kick for time. And then we finish off with another 25 catch-up freestyle, 12 strokes or less on that 25. And again, 6 dolphin kicks underwater for all the 25s of that 100. The 300 time base is on the 5 minutes. The two 200s are on the 3 minutes. And then the 3 100s are on the 140. For our kick set today, we're going to revisit a kick set that we did last week. This is an IM kick set, starting off with 2 100s, butterfly, followed by 3 50s, fly back transition. That is a 25 fly, followed by a 25 back. Then we have 2 200s, backstroke kick sprint, followed by 3 50s, back breast transition. And then we finish off with 2 100s breaststroke, followed by 3 50s, breast free transitions. All the 100s, the 2 100s fly, the 2 100s back, and the 2 100s breast are going to be on the 145 time base, and all the 50s transitions will be on the 55. For our aerobic set today, we have a long freestyle drill set that's going to be a pyramid. We start off with 3 125s, and then 2 150s, and then 1 175 at the peak. Then we bring it back down, 2 150s, and finishing off with 3 125s. For the first part of all of these, we're going to do the same drills. And then for the second part, we're going to do the same swim, but with different distances. So on that 125, 150, 175, and back down, for all of them, the first 25 is going to be head up freestyle skull. With this, you're going to have your elbows in front of your shoulders and hands or wrists directly beneath your elbow. All right. So I want that elbow here, your wrist straight down, right underneath it. Elbows nice and wide, and we are going back and forth, making sure those forearms stay vertical the whole time with your head up. As you bring the hands in, palms are facing in. As you bring the hands out, palms are facing out. All right. So push, pull, or push, squeeze. Elbows out in front the whole time. And let's move them as fast as we can and have a nice, steady, strong flutter kick with a good amount of white water in back. If you don't got white water, you're not doing your kick right. The second 25 is going to be doggy paddle. Doggy paddle for freestyle or for freestyle swim training. It's just going to be the anchor of the stroke. So we're going to have our head up again, nice strong flutter kick out and back, both arms in front. Now this time we're only going to anchor with one arm, get that wrist underneath your elbow, and then stretch it right back out. Then same thing with the other arm, wrist underneath your elbow, and then stretch it right back out. So we're just right here the whole time. All right. Don't pull all the way back. Keep your elbow stuck out in front. Do not let your elbow move back as you bring your hand back. All you're doing is getting your elbow to catch up to your hand. So you want your elbow to move forward with the anchor. It's not so much your hand coming back towards your elbow. It's your elbow coming up towards your hand. And then the next arm pulls that elbow up towards your hand as well. And then we have a 50 ISO anchor pause. An ISO anchor pause is where we pause right after the anchor. ISO means we are isolating just one arm. So 25 right arm, 25 left arm. When we're pulling with the right arm, the left arm stays in streamline the whole time. The right arm pauses on the anchor. And at that pause, I want you to flex and strengthen every single muscle in your body to make sure you put into your muscle memory how your body is supposed to look and feel right at the end of that anchor. After that nice tight pause, then finish with the mid pull, the finish of the stroke, and then into the recovery, and then you do it again. All right, some key points I want you guys to focus on during that pause where you tighten up every muscle of your body is to make sure that your body is in the right position at the time of that anchor. So that's going to be with your left arm out in streamline. That is also going to be with your right leg kicking down, your left leg kicking up. All right, your right shoulder higher than your left shoulder. So as we kick down with the right foot, that's going to lift our left hip up a little bit. Also, as we anchor with the right arm, that's picking up the right shoulder just a little bit. Your left leg is kicking up and your right arm is out there in streamline. And by kicking up with your left leg, you're pulling your left hip down. All right. By kicking down with the right leg, you're pulling your right hip up. We do that for a 50, right arm going down, left arm coming back. And then we finish off with that 125, a 25 stroke count. So it's going to be a perfect freestyle, 6 kicks underwater. Don't worry about the breakouts now. Just give me at least 2 strokes without breathing, but does not have to be breakout speed. Just going for the lowest stroke count possible. What I'm looking for is 12 strokes or less, or if you guys can get it down to 9, even better. Then on the 2 150s, the 25 skull, 25 doggy paddle, 50 ISO, anchor pause are still the same, but it is a 50 stroke count, again, going for 12 strokes or less. And then on that 175, 25 skulls the same, 25 doggy paddles the same, 50 ISO is the same, but then it's going to be a 75 stroke count at the end. Again, 12 strokes or less with 6 kicks in your streamline. Then on our way back down the pyramid, the end, 50 stroke count, and then for the 3 125s at the end, 25 stroke count with the same 25 skull, 25 doggy paddle, and 50 ISO. Time base for these. For the 3 125s, time base is on the 215. For the 2 150s, time base is on the 240. And for the 175, time base is on the 3 minutes. And then we work that way back down, 240, 215. Moving on to our anaerobic set, this is going to be an IM set. We start off with a 400 perfect freestyle technique, and then 4 100 strokes. A 100 fly, 100 back, 100 breast, 100 free. And we do this 3 times through. The 400 freestyle is going to be 6 kicks in your streamline, 6 strokes in your breakout, breathing every 5 strokes after the breakout, and going for a stroke count of 12 or less. For the 100s, these are going to be at your 100 competition pace plus 10 seconds. Let's make sure we hit our streamlines and our breakout on all of these. For the butterfly, 6 strokes in your 6 kicks in your streamline, followed by 4 strokes in your breakout without breathing. Then hold that nice tight speed for the rest of that 25, and do that throughout the 100. For the backstroke, we have 8 kicks in your streamline, followed by 6 strokes in your breakout. For the breaststroke, just 1 pull down. Before that pull down, let's make sure we keep each part of that pull down less than 1 second. See if we can get it down to 0.5 seconds. The goal is not how long we can glide underwater. The goal is how far can we get underwater with pure power. So strong push off the wall, strong pull down, strong kick, tight body to make sure we're cutting through, nothing soft to create more drag, to slow us down. We don't want to catch any water on that. We just want to be tight, streamlined, and powerful on that pull down. And for that one, just like the butterfly, 4 strokes in your breakout. And then for the freestyle, 6 kicks in your streamline, 6 strokes in your breakout, hold the speed after the breakout. Now, for all your breakouts, the goal is not just so much going at your fastest speed without breathing. Because the backstroke, obviously, you can breathe. Breaststroke is a little bit different with the breath and with that breakout. The goal of the breakout is what I want you guys to focus on is how quickly can you get up to your top speed. All right. How quickly can you get up to the fastest arm movements, the fastest leg movements, and the fastest movement through the water in the fewest strokes possible? So when I say 6 strokes on the breakout, that means I want you to be at your fastest by that 6th stroke. If you can get there by the 2nd or 3rd stroke, even better. We have a maximum of 6 to try to get up there. And that's why we're not breathing for the butterfly or the freestyle. So that way we can focus all our concentration on jittering that speed and getting up to that top speed as early in the breakout as possible. If you achieve it by the 4, hold on to it for 5 or 6. Just looking for any other places where you can maybe add a little bit more speed before you take that first breath. For the backstroke, obviously, you can still breathe on the breakout, but the principle is still the same. How quickly can you get up to that top speed for the backstroke? Can you get there by the second, third, or fourth stroke? If so, then you have stroke 5, stroke 6 to try to look for anything extra that you might be able to add on, or where you might be able to add on some speed. And then from there, you're holding it, holding it, and holding it. And just because you're done with the breakout doesn't mean you stop looking for other places where you can increase that speed, like the kick, like the rotation, stronger pull, faster finish. Finally, for our stroke set today, we have 650s on the 110, 3 times through. These 50s are going to be IM transition. So on the first round, it is fly back. On the second round, back breast. And on the third round, breast free. This is a graduation set, which is kind of like a completion set. The way this works is you start off on round 1. You cannot move into round 2 until you complete round 1. So you complete round 1, then you graduate to round 2. Complete round 2, then you graduate to round 3. So in order to graduate, you got to make at least 4 of these 650s. So starting off with round 1 for the fly back, you need to make at least 4 50s fly back at your 200 pace before you can move on to round 2. You have 6 tries in total. If you make 4, 5, or 6 of them, then you get to move on to round 2 on the next interval. If you make round 2, same thing, at least 4 50s back breast, then you can move on to the third round. If you make the third round 4 50s breast free, then you're done with practice. Now, if you do not make all the 50s in your round, if you make 3 or less, that is a fail. On the next round, you give that same round a try. So while everyone else moves on to round 2, you stay on round 1. Each round, you get a maximum of 2 tries, and then you just have to move on to the next round. If you guys have more time, then you can give it a maximum of 3 tries. All right. So again, you need to make at least 4. 4 is not amazing. It's a passing grade. It's not a fail, but that's going to be our bare minimum. 5 or 6 is what we're shooting for. Always, ideally 6. That is it for today. Do not forget to share, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.